nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. And oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires as to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves on men. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like full silver bow, now bent in heaven, shall behold a night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate. Serve the Athenian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forward to funeral. The pale companion is not for our pomp. HIPPOLYTA, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reverence.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good EGEUS. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation, come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast been moonlight at her window sung with fading voice verses of fading love, and stolen the impression of her fantasies. With bracelets, rings, golds, conceits, nags, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevalment in unpardoned youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart and turned her obedience, which is due to me, into stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine. I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, my maid. To you, your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthy.
I would my father looked, but with mine eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know what's the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master sow their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwitched yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the sealing date betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar, to protest, for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia. In Lysander, yield thy grazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her do I state unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he is, well possessed. My love is greater than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not in advantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Meter's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought who spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius come, and come, EGEUS. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, Ponta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and EGEUS, come along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, which nearly concerns yourself.
With duty and desire we follow.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well redeem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
For aught that ever I could read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross too high to be enthralled to love.
or else misgrafted in respective years,
Oh, spite too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of marriage,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night that in his spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere a man hath the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things to come to fusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trials patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love, as thoughts, as dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, or fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. Away from Athens her house removed 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth from my father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance for a morn of May. There I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to you by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which kniteth souls and prospers love, by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, which the false Trojan in her sails was seen, by all the vows men have ever broke, in number more than women ever spoke. In the place where thou hast appointed me tomorrow, truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you, me fair that fair again unsay? Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars and your tongue sweet air, more to noble than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching, oh her favor so, your words I'd catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'll give to be you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
But your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Then my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is none of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and I will fly this place. Before the time Lysander I did see seemed Athens, a paradise to me. Oh, then in my graces my love do dwell, that he hath turned to heaven into hell.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass. Time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we devise to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms our counsel swelled, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence turn our eyes away from Athens to seek new friends and strange companions. Farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us, and grant thee luck with thy Demetrius. Lysander, We must starve our sight for lovers' food tomorrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, a Jew, as you aren't he, Demetrius de Hermia.
How happy some over others than can be. Through Athens I am not as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is when Cupid, painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment and taste. Wings, no eye figure, unmeaning haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys, he gave himself forswear. So the boy's love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed an oath that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. How go tell him of her Hermia's flight? Then to the wood will he, tomorrow night, pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it's a dear expense. But here in mean I to enrich my pain, to have a say thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then name the actors, and so to grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Ah, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and to Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the soul. Masters, raise yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallantly for love.
Ah, that was to tears and true for you. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Ericles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make them mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This Ericles vein, a tyrant's vein, a lover is more condolent.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
What is this? Oh, wondering night.
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let not me play a woman. I've a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play in a mask, you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Oh, Pyramus, no, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Scott the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope there is a play fitting.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray with me, give it to me, for I am slow of study.
They do an exemplary, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that it will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that the Duke shall say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
If you should do it too terribly, you would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar as any sucking dove. I will roar as any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play in?
Why, what you will.
Well, I will undertake your orange tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown colored beard, your perfect shade of yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. Then you'll play bareface. But, masters, here are your parts. I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to calm them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. Meanwhile, I will draw a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you fail me not.
There we will meet, and we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At Fuzhou we meet.
Enough, hold or cut bowstrings.
What?
It made more sense in my head.
How now, mad spirit, whither wander you?
For hill, for dale, for a bush, for a briar, for park, pale, for a flood, for a fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall those pensioners be, in their old good spots, you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors. In those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops there and slip a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, the labo spirits. I'll be gone, for our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing, fell and proud. That she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the child, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear, or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make me quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish bright, called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers, lapping at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you in sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakst aright. I am that very wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale. Sometime, Fritzy Footstool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bound down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh and sneeze and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. The room fair, here comes Oberon, and here my mistress would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and his company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou was stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn, and versing love to the amorous PHILOSTRATE. Why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and warrior love, to THESEUS must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with HIPPOLYTA, knowing I know thy love to THESEUS? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Virginia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aegeles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiope?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by painted fountain or rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as if in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land, hath every petty river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox, therefore, hath stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, The green corn hath rotted ere its youth attained the beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, the crows fatted with the murrian flock. The ninth men's moors is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. A hoary-headed frost falls on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hyen's chin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, that the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland lies not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order. And in the spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellowed sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails concede and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, but she, with pretty and swimming gait, followed. Her womb then rich with my young squire would imitate, sailing upon the land to fetch me trifles, and to return as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and join in our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away shall tie down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress pass it on in maiden's meditation, fancy-free. But marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell, upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dotes on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. Then, when she next wake me look upon, be it lion or bear, on bull, on wolf, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can with another herb, and make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear this conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander, and for Hermia? The one I'll stay, and the other stayeth me. Thou toldest me there was stolen unto this wood, and here am I, in wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And e'en for that do I love thee the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with thee than to be used as you use your dolls?
Have not too much hatred on my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look on you.
You do impede your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich word of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. And for that, it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this without worlds of company. For you and my respect are all the world. And how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
Far from thee, I mean Christ, and leave thee to the mercy of all peace.
The wildest passions the heart is you. But when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, Daphne holds the chase, the dove pursues the griffin. The wild hunting speed, catch the tiger, ruthless speed. When cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, for if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I am the temple and the town, the field. You do me mischief, fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs you set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men may do. We should be wooed, but we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, then. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall pursue thy love.
I saw the flower, welcome wanderer.
Ah, there's this.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and nodding violets grow, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and eglantine. There lies Satania, sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers of dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with this juice, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. But take thou some of it. There's a sweet Athenian lady in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know him by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than her upon her love. And meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your son shall be so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the musk rosebuds, some war with Raramus for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny head, all sweet and sweet. Shoots a line, burns through no wrong. Come not near, beauty queen. Fill them now with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 la. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come my lovely lady nigh, so good night, lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here, hence you long-legged spinners heads. Needles black approach not near, worm nor snail do no offense. Fill them now with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 la. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come a lovely lady nigh, so good night, lullaby.
Hence away! Now all is well. One aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you hate with wandering in the woods and to speak traffic, forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, one trough.
Nay, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes its meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart into yours is knit, so that with one heart can you make of it. Two bosoms interchange with an oath, so then by two bosoms in a single trough. Then, by your side in your bedroom you deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much be true, my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but gentle friend. For love and courtesy lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love near altars till thy sweet life ends.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I, and then end life when I am loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Oh, hang in silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised thee whom he made. And here the maiden sleeping sound on dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this black love, this pale courtesy. True, upon thy eyes I throw all the powerless charm that thou. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Nay, wilt thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee hence. Do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy pearl. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath with this fun chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, him as ugly as a bear. For beasts that mean he run away with fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's very eye? But who is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep, I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helen, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on thy soul.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. But though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena, I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed. Reason says you are the worthier maid, so things growing are not ripe until their season. So I being young until now ripe not to reason, touching now the point of human skill. Reason becomes the marshal to my will. It leads me to your eyes, where o'er I look, love's stories written, love's richest book.
Wherefore was I keen to this mockery born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? So you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such a disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, that you lord of virtue gentleness. A love a lady, of one man or few, should have another therefore be abused.
What? She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near, for as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And to all my powers address your love and might, to honor her and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, I me, for pity. What a dream was here. consumed almost with fear. No, no, I well perceive that you are not nigh. Either death or you I will find immediately.
Are we all met? Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. Ooh. This hawthorn brake our tiring house. Ah. And we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How ain't you?
Barlakin, a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue and let it seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver.
We shall have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 by 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us. A lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, no people must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be shown through the lion's neck, and you must speak thus, or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of mine own life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, he must tell them plainly he is Snug, the joiner.
But there's 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into the chamber. For, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did make my moonlight.
Doth the moonshine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then, we may leave a great casement of the chamber window where we play our play open, and moon will shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, saying he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of the wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say we, Ronnie?
The man or other must present wall. Let him have some rough cast or some loam about him, and he must hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
That may be it. Come, sit down, my mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so everyone, according to his cue.
What hundred homespuns have we swaggered here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
What? A play? Tour? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forward.
Thisbe, the flowers, odious save the sweet. Odors, save the sweet. So hath thou breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou here a while, and by I will to thee appear. Hallelujah.
Must I speak now?
I marry must you, for you must understand. He goes but to see a sound that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like that red rose on triumphant bride, most briskly juvenile and most lovely Jew, as true as horse that yet would never tire. Oh, meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
9's tomb, man, why? You must not speak that yet. That's your answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, as true as horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thou.
Oh, monstrous is great! Haunted, great, bastard, fly, bastard, hell!
Bird, my horse, hound, mob, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them, to make me afeard. Does anyone have anything to say about this? I mean, I am losing my ass over this.
Plastic, quote plastic! No one translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing so that they shall hear I am not afraid. The whistle cocks so black of hue, and horns on pale, the throstle with his notes so true, the rent his little bell.
What angel wakes me from my
The finch, the sparrow, and the hawk, the flame so blue, the gray, whose note a penny and a mark, and there's the answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wit so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird a lie that we cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is but enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues force by force doth move me on the first to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason to say that. But reason and love do keep a little company together nowadays. More than pity when some honest neighbors want to make them friends. They, I be weak upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so either. But I have enough wit to get out of this wood. I have enough wit to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go.
Okay.
Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go.
Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries.
Huh?
The honey bag steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not to him else, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal, hail!
Hail! I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good Master Cobweb, I shall desire more of your acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Ha ha! Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
Good Master Peas Blossom, I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Pescad, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire more of your acquaintance. Your name.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well, for that same cowardly John like Oxbeef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water there now. Good Master Mustard Seed, I shall desire more of your acquaintance.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that next came in her eye that she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night will now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with the monsters in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, who worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great THESEUS' nuptial day. the shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in his sport, forsook his scene, and answered in a brave, when I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll and fixed it on his head, and on his things we must be answered, and forth my women comes, when they him spy, as wild geese at the creeping fowler eye, or rusticated shows, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stand, here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats from yielders, all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eye with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, so that when he waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this man.
Oh, why repeat you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being overshoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon the whole earth may be bored and the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brothers noontides in the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murderer look, so should I. Pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, looks as bright as clear as yonder Venus in your glimmering sphere.
What's this with my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my house.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou shouldst drive me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true for my sake. Durst thou look upon him being awake? And hast thou slain him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Cannot an adder, a worm did it do it? An adder did it with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege to see me no more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain. So sorrow heaviness doth heavier grow. With death that make a sweet sorrow. Which now in some slight measure it will pay. If for his tender here, I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue. Some true love's turns, and not a false turns true.
Then fate or rules, here one man holding trough, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the woods go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find.
Oh, fancy 6 years, a tale of cheer, with songs of love that cause the fresh blood tear.
By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she doth appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than ever from Tartar's hook.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus in the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's speed.
Stand aside.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once be one, and that must
Why should you think that I should woo you
never come in tears. Look what I vow, I weep, and vow so mourn. In their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. But truth goes through, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you should nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into two scales, will even weigh in both the slightest care.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
You're men in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen. Goddess, stiff, perfect, divine! To what my love should I compare thine eye? Crystals muddy, oh how ripe and show. Thy lips, those kissing tears, something grow. That pure congealed white high tower snow, fain with the eastern wind turns to a crow. When thou holds up thy hand, well, let me kiss this princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite, oh hell! As you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear to embrace my parts when I am sure you hate me with your heart. No. You both are rivals and love Hermia. And now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and exhort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know, and here with all goodwill, with all my heart, Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath. I will love till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will done if e'er I loved her. All that love is gone, my heart to her. But as guests why sojourned? And now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
This spirit's not the fate thou dost not know, lest to thy pearl abided dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from which the eye his function takes, the ear more quick apprehension makes. When dull compare the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found mine ear, I think it led me to the sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay who love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would let him bide. Fair Helen, who more gilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Can not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three, confessing this false work in spite of me. Hinderous, Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to make me this foul virgin? So the counsel of my sister vows, the hour they spent on shit, time for parting. How was all forgot? So the school days, friendships, childhood lessons, we Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our mingle created one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, overlaying one song in one so her hands, sides, voices, and minds being incorporated. So you're together, like two adults. Swimming part of yet another competition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem. Two steaming bodies, but one more. Two of the first leg encounter, due but to one, and crowned with footprints. So will you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men and scorn your poor friend? It is not friendly. It is not maidenly, and our sex love I may try before. Though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander at me before? My eyes and face? Amid your other love, Demetrius, who even but now dispersed with his fallen men and called the goddess nymph, divine and rare, celestial. Wherefore speaks this to her he hates. And refuse Lysander. Deny your love, so rooted in his soul, and tender me, worship affection. By your setting on, by your consent, would though I be not to embrace as you, so hung upon with love so fortunate, the miserable most to love unloved. This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever counterfeit salvoes, make mouths upon your night, turn my back, wink each other, hold their sweet jest up, partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn herself.
If she could not entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her we praise. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by all that which I would lose for thee. To prevent false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tend all this?
Oh, wait, you idiot. No, sir, heel seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
What change is this? Why have you grown so rude, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, Saudi Tarver, out! Out, love the medicine, oh hate potion out!
Do you not jest?
Yes, Susan, so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee. I would I had your bond, for I perceive. A weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word. What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What greater harm can you do me than hate? Hate me wherefore? What news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why then did you leave me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of question. Doubt, hope, be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena!
Oh me, you juggler, you painter blossom, you thief of love, what? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By thy faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height she hath pursued with him what? Are you so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish, so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes!
Are you going to mock me, gentlemen? Let her not hurt me, I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me, because you perhaps may think that she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did never keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that unto love unto Demetrius. I told him of yourself into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. He had chid me hence and threatened me to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you let me go. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who isn't that hinders you?
Foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not. Will you take her part?
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why would you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hankering love-grass maid! You bee! You acorn!
Too officious on her behalf that scorns her services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest to try whose right thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow! Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
He'll not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fright. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakes. or else commits thy knaveries willingly.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me to know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise that I am anointed in Athenians' eyes. And so far, am I glad we did so sort, that this, in their jangling, I did esteem sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one comes not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, to o'er their brows with death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath the virtuous property to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Then, when they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend with league, their date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen beg her Indian boy, and then her charmed eye our release from monsters do, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy king, this must be done with haste, for nights with dragons cut the clouds full fast. And yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all that in crossways and floods have burial already to their wormy beds have gone. For fear lest day should look their shames upon, they willfully themselves exiled from light, and must for aye consort with black brown's night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, like a forester may tread through the groves, e'en till the eastern gates all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns yellow gold as salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet here day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
You, God and ready.
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then, to claim and proud.
Lysander! Speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak at some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou look'st for wars? And wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, child! I'll whip thee with a rod. He's defiled, that draws a sword on thee.
Yea. Art thou there?
Come hither, I am you.
Goes before me, still dares me on. When I come where he calls, the thing is gone. That villain is much louder heeled than I. I follow fast, faster than he fly. Well, here am I, falling in a dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come now, gentle day. For if but once show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius.
Thou coward! Why comest thou not?
Zoom! Abide me if thou darest. For while I woke, thou wast before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou? Nathan, thou mockest me. Thou shalt bide this ear. Forever I thy face by daylight see. Zoom, now go thy way. This constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My day's approach. Look to me.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Who made thy hours? Ah! I cover from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from those that my poor company detests. And sleep that somehow sheds up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from thine own company.
Yet but 3 of both kinds makes up 4. Aw, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad for making poor females.
Never sown weary, never sown woe, bedabbled with dew, torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs cannot keep up with my desires. They will rest me here until the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. Oh, apply thy eye. Gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own in your wake shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this high
Okie dokie.
while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Peas Blossom. Good Monsieur, scratch my head. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And bring me the honey bag. Have a care let the honey bag break not. And I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me a leaf, Monsieur. Pray you leave your curtsy, good Monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing but help cavalry Cobweb to scratch. Methinks I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Methinks I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let us have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I can munch your good dry oats heartily. But methinks I have a desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had also rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas, but I pray you let none of your people stir me. Methinks I have an exposition of sleep to come upon me.
Sweet thou, bind me in my arms. Fairies be gone and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? For dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting here of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples had rounded with coronets of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same dew, which sometimes on the bud, was wont to smell like round and orient pearls, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. Then, when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which strength she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear the boy to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection from off her eyes. And gentle Papp, take this transformed skin from off the head of this Athenian swain. And then, waking when the other do, may all back to Athens again repair, and think no more of tonight's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud, or Cupid's flower, hath such force or blessed power. Now awake thee, Titania, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? I thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Things pass. Oh, how mine eyes do glow in this visage now.
Silence. head than common sleep of all these 5 the sense.
Music, home music, such as charmeth sleep.
When thou wakes, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music! Come, my queen, take my hand, and rock the ground round these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity. We will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance at Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it all to fair prosperity, where the pairs of faithful lovers shall be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fair king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sat, trip we after night's sunshine. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you. Find out the forester. For now, our observation is performed. And since we have the favor of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds, uncoupled in the western valley. Let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules in Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant shouting, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region hears them on one neutral cry. Never did I hear so musical a discord, such sweet thunder!
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so fluid, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped like Thessalian bulls, matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn in Crete and Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. This Lysander, this Demetrius this Helena? Well, this Helena? I wonder, all they been here together?
No doubt they rose up early to observe the right day, and hearing of our intent came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, EGEUS, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow. St. Valentine's past. Begin these woods birds which a couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this concord in the gentle world, with hatred so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazingly. Half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But now I do bethink me, so it is. For truly I would speak. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we meant to
Enough, enough, my lord! You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent, that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hitherto this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy followed me. But my good lord, I woke not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me as remembered to me, idle God, which in my childhood I did dote upon. In all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, ere I saw Hermia, but like a sickness that I look as food. But as in health, come to my natural taste, and I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we shall hear more anon. EGEUS, I will overbear your will. For in the by and by with us, these lovers shall eternally be knit. For now our mourning is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, HIPPOLYTA.
These things seem small and undistinguishable. like far-off mountains, turn it into clouds.
Methinks I see things with the parted eye. Everything seems double.
And so many things. That hath thou, Demetrius, like a truth, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream.
Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow?
Yea, and my father.
And HIPPOLYTA.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we awake?
Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our journey.
My cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair peerless.
Hi-ho! Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinker, Starveling. God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound on this dream. Methought I had. There's no man can tell what. Methought I was. And methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if you walk to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it should be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard.
I don't doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he simply hath the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of nos.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2, 3 lords or ladies born married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made bend.
Oh, sweet bully bottom! Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day. During his life, he could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. Oh, be hanged! He would have deserved it! 6 pence a day and Pyramus are nothing!
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Courageous day, almost happy hour!
Masters, I have to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you I am no true Athenian.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All I will say is, the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings your beards, new ribbons your pumps. For the short and long of it is, our play is preferred. Let him that plays Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out like lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are taught her sweet breath, and I have no doubt that they shall say it is but a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away!
'Tis strange, my thesis, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, always frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shape, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks have strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, engrossed to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy, and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call? Philostrate?
Here, mighty Theseus!
Say, what abridgments have you for this evening? What mass? What music? How shall we beguile this lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief of how many sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first. The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Well, none of that. That is an old device, and it was played when I last from Thebes came a conqueror.
The riot of the Pipsi Bacchanals, hearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
Well, none of that. That I've told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules.
The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, lay deceased in beggary.
That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting for a nuptial ceremony.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
The play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which make it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is for Pyramus therein doth kill himself. Which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made my eyes water, more merry tears, but passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that play it?
Hard-handed man that works in Athens here, which never labors in their minds until now. And now has toiled their unworthy memory with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I've heard it over, and it is nothing, the word, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched and come with cruel pain to do you service.
And I will hear that play. Never anything will be amiss when simpleness and duty do tender. Go, bring them in. Take your places, ladies.
I love not to see virtuous overcharged and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says that you do nothing in this kind.
The kind do we to give them thanks for nothing.
So please your grace, the prologue is a jest.
Let him approach.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on how truth makes all things plain. This man, this beauteous lady, this be a serpent. This man with lime and rough half doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which, let no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let Lion, wall, moonshine, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
Wonderful line of his speech.
No wonder, my lord. One line may when many axes do.
In this same interlude it doth befall, that I, one still by name present, a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this the cranny is, right and sinister. through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Desire lime and hair to speak better.
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near thee law. Silence.
Oh, grim look, Ed, night, oh night, with hue so black. Oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou wall, thou sweet and lovely wall, that sits in her father's ground and mine, thou swall, thou sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No, Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The woman thinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, she should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's truth. She is to enter, and I must fire through the wall. You will see her fall, as I told you, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my bones reparting my fair pyramid. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with line and hair.
I see a voice.
Now will I to the champ to spy and hear my Thisbe's voice.
Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, like Lymander, I am trusty still.
I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Shuffleless or Procris was so true.
As Shuffleless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou meet me at Nini's tomb straightway?
Thus I have all my part discharged so, and being done, thus roll away, thus go.
This is the silliest chucklet ever I heard.
The best in this kind of a shadows, and the worst are no worse than the men.
It must be more education and not theirs.
We imagine no worse of them than they of themselves. They may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar! Then know that I once SNUG the joiner am, a lion's fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come and strife into this place, 'twere pity of my life.
Very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best out of beasts, my lord, for ere I saw.
It is well. Let us hearken to the moon.
This lantern doth the horny moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head!
He is no precedent. His horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horny moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, doth
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put in the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
I'm wary of this moon. What he would change.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is that the lantern is the moon. I, the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
But silence! Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb.
Linus! Linus, tomb!
Linus' tomb. Where is my love?
Oh! Well-worn lion!
Well done.
Julia, shine me his grace.
Well now,
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering beams, I trust to taste truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? What did thy mantle good? What stained with blood? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Approach, you furries fell, oh fates, come, cut thread and from, quail, crush, conclude and quell.
this passion in the depth of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Be sure my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, where for nature didst thou lion's frame, since lion wild hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword, and wound the Papp Pyramus.
I,
the left Papp. Where heart doth hop, thus die I. Thus. Now I am dead, now I am fled. Thy soul is in the sky. Come, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight. Now die.
No die, but an ace for him, my lord, for he is much fun.
Less than ace man, for he is dead, he is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might recover and prove an ass.
How did you get someone Chinese gone before?
We'll find him by moonlight. Her passion ends the way.
Methinks she will not use a long one for such appearance. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak. Quite dumb? Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow calcium cheeks. Our God, lovers make moan. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have sure, with shears, his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, laid my breast to brew. And farewell, friends. Thus this be ends. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left buried in dead.
Aye, in Wall 2.
No, in truth, sir, she should not. The wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to hear an epilogue or to see a murder mass dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never an excuse. For when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisby's garden, it would have been a fine tragedy. And it is, truly, and very notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear that we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched this palpable gross plague, hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all the weary tasks are done. Now wasted grins do glow, whilst the scritch owl, scratching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide, everyone that's forth is spread in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple hecked steam from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now, our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from rye. And this dizzy afternoon sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse this song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place. Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bright bed weary, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there
say?
Like the say, meet me out by break of day. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the pot the liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.